Welcome back. Okay, so right now we're going to talk about not so healthy health foods with holistic nutritionist Jessie Moforth. Welcome, Jessie.
Hi.
Okay, so first of all, you're very welcome. Not so healthy health foods. It sounds like this oxymoronic kind of statement here, but it happens to be true.
It happens to be true with a lot of foods. Marketing typically takes its toll and puts it out there that there's so many healthy foods, yet they're not so much.
There's so much to look for. I remember not too long ago, a few years ago, soy was all the rage.
Absolutely. Everybody wanted soy. It was the easiest protein that's vegetarian. It was quick. It was in everything, so you can find artificial meats that way, so you can still have your chicken fingers without eating your meat,
made out of
your
soy.
Milk, tofu.
Right. So what's wrong with soy?
Soy, unless it's organic, is going to be genetically modified. So that's one of the biggest ones. But there have been tons of studies done on soy leading to digestive disorders, thyroid problems, not to mention reproductive and infertility issues because of the hormonal imbalances.
And so the thing to remember here is I'm thinking that you don't want to overdo it, because that's what a lot of people did, as you said. They'd use soy to substitute meats. They'd use soy to substitute milk, so they were ingesting it all the time.
Right. And in Asian culture, you see it a lot as well, but they use it in very, very small amounts, just as an added protein. They don't use it as their staple. So some great protein sources that are vegetarian. You've got tempeh. So tempeh is still soy, but it is a fermented soy. So it doesn't have the same side effects. However, you do still want to get organic to stay away from the genetic modification.
Oh, let's show the camera that. So this is
tempeh.
T-E-M-P-E-H. All right.
Yes.
So this is, wow, it's a soy, but a good alternative.
Yes, it's fermented. So you always want to make sure it's fermented.
Okay, and what about here? We got chickpeas.
So lentils, legumes, they're all great sources of vegetarian proteins. Quinoa is another great one. So those are perfect if you want to look for vegetarian protein without going towards the soy.
Now let me ask you this. Is there enough protein in something like chickpeas or kale that can substitute the meat that you're not getting if you're a vegetarian?
There is a lot of protein. It's all about food combining. So it's about what's absorbability in your body. So as long as you're properly combining it with your grains, quinoas, then you're going to be totally fine.
Okay, so what other foods do you have that are not really that great for you?
Another one that's popular, you talked about what's popular in the media, is gluten-free. So gluten-free is a new fad diet. Everybody wants to go gluten-free. There are tons of gluten-free alternatives that are great for you. However, when you go to your grocery store and right off the grocery shelves, you see gluten-free cookies. These are full of hydrogenated oils, refined grains, refined sugars, totally processed.
All processed.
Yeah.
We don't want that.
Exactly. When you can go home in 20 minutes, whip up a batch of cookies that are made with coconut oil, brown rice flours, maple syrup, or dates.
And you can still avoid the gluten.
Still avoid the gluten.
Not
These
all that
cookies are gluten-free, vegan, dairy-free. It took me 15 minutes in the oven to make it. Throw it together and you're good to go.
So good.
Go for it.
Okay, well, I will after, or else my mouth is going to be awful. What else do you have? There's something else. Canola oil.
Canola oil, yes. Canola oil is actually a made-up word. You do, and you hear that as the health food oil over corn oil and peanut oil. Canola oil actually stands for Canadian oil, when really it is rapeseed oil. So they're taking a rapeseed oil, they didn't like the name of it, they turned it into canola oil, one of the largest genetically modified organisms in Canada. Plus it's a partially hydrogenated oil. So there's your trans fats, heart disease.
There you go. Alternative?
Alternative, we got coconut oil. Coconut oil is great, medium chain triglyceride, and olive oil. So if you're using for cooking and stuff, you want to go more with the coconut because it's heat resistant, as where olive oil is great for cold dishes on salads and stuff.
Okay, now we have time for one more, and I know that this is your favorite, agave.
Agave. I fell for this one. It came out about 2008.
It was told it was like the alternative
sweetener.
Yeah, exactly.
It was perfect.
To sugar.
And it tastes great, and it works in so many different recipes. However, it is processed beyond processed. It's about 90% fructose, or up to. Fructose turns into triglycerides in the blood. So instead of dealing with the spike in blood sugar, then you're just going to put wreak havoc on your liver and heart later on in life.
And alternative?
So, alternative is pure maple syrup right from the tree.
Go straight
raw,
from Canada.
Yeah, raw honey tastes great. And if you're looking for, if you're diabetic and looking for something that's not going to spike insulin, then stevia is great too.
Stevia is okay, and it's safe.
Yep, and it's safe, yes.
Thank you so much showing us
welcome.
the alternatives. We really appreciate that.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, Jessica Moforth, holistic nutritionist. Thank you for stopping by.
Thanks.